2nd. uh, so yeah, I was asked to come in early, so it's been hectic. It slowed down, and this is my actual schedule now that I'm present. There's just a lot of interesting things going on in the world, and they're like, they want me on. They want the clairvoyant on deck. So I've been very much present um, this past 2 weeks. But it's been also a very interesting time. I'm getting a great deal of insight. Um, Also, you might find something new. I have shared the link. I'm thinking of actually sharing all available links, 'cause I think that it will keep my channel focused on what the subject matter is here, and that is being an expert professional psychic, regardless of the day, the time, the hour of the day or night. Um, Also, um, I'm picking up, some, like new skills as well. So I was intending to go live, well, later this evening. So I have a live already set up for the afternoon. Um, so I gotta make sure that I stick to that. But for the most part, my gosh, I looked and and I said, well, since I'm gaining subscribers, I better keep this up. I'm still working up that routine thing. I need to, you know, somehow discover a routine. But I'm kind of glad this is happening early because then I can figure out like what are the best times to go for me to go live. But since it is so early, I kind of like the idea of just going live when I have time. Primarily, I don't see a difference of going live in the morning versus it's like the at least middle of the day into the afternoon. That seems to work best. Um, I don't know. I think I'm way too distracted in the evening because I actually want to, sit in lives in the evening. So I don't. My attention is. I'm good for talking, but I seem to be all over the place in the evening. So because I'm thinking, gosh, who else is on live? But the middle of the or wee early hours in the morning, like around brunch to like after like well yeah afternoon seems to be fine for me, and I'm good. But anyway, I said, well, let me go. This one's more of a live I wasn't intending for. At least the bare minimum I could do is like schedule a live rather than just popping randomly in. So I just got to work on that. I'm trying to figure it out. But I actually did something else different. Well, so I posted a link to Psychic Source, my profile, so that you could read my, uh, the feedback that I've gotten. I love my testimonials. And of course, I have 5 stars there and other locations that are international. I need to, I think I'm thinking about incorporating those as well for the sake of people. I mean, well, you all will be able to actually interact with me through my live streams. Um, Eventually, you'll be able to actually have personalized reading sessions with me as well that you can pop in anonymously and have those performed. Yeah, mainly for the testimonials. I think it's important that people actually see, I guess, work in progress. So yeah, so if you like to see my testimonials, um, well, the first of many are now available, and that will of course lead you to the Psychic Source. I love being an advisor for them. They're, it's an amazing company, a top company, and they value both you know, you as a customer, and then to me, you're a client, and then also me, the psychic, the advisor. So that's why I like them a lot. Even in the tone, even the tone is, not one-sided. It's very balanced. It's equal. So I like that. Respectable company. I love it. And of course, the one that's across the way in the UK is like that as well. The UK provides services for the rest of the world. So South Africa comes through there, etc. Or Africa, all of Africa, not just South Africa, India, etc. China, uh, uh, Dubai. Everybody else comes through there. So there you have it. And then of course over here, Canada can get through, and you know, yeah. So and then everyone else. So we have everybody, I think. Uh, so uh, read the start with the description. Reading the description. So the good thing is that is well, one, it's bright early in the morning, so I love the morning. Um, and they called me front and center. They're like, could you? I received the email. Could you please uh, sign in a bit early? I was like, yes. They just love me on deck, especially when it's chaotic, because I also bring forth the torch. Um, yeah, I'm one of their best clairvoyants. Yes, I am a medium. Yes. My testimonials, you can also visit Psychic Source. Have the link down below. I still have several other ones with you can also work with the clients of famous psychics, because I'm one of the group of psychics that work with their clients for because they're doing celebrity things. So when the client is not able to get through to them, they can elect to speak to a trusted advisor. That be me. Yeah, so I'm going to include them as well eventually, but yeah, this one's a start, and I has 5 stars. Hello, I have 5 stars on all across the platform, so that people can keep my channel centered on the subject at hand, and that is my life as a psychic. But I know people are very much like, but what can you do for me? Well, we're getting to that. What I can do for you. But, maybe you might want to read my testimonials first, and then we can discuss you. Yes, I am a medium, but I'm not restricted to just being a clairvoyant. I don't have to use my tools. This year, I've not been using my tools. Yeah, it says, why all my women? And one me when I need them. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, there's one thing about the women. The women want to be wanted, like they will be there for you until they want you to show that how much that you want them. And they will. A woman will fast on you. She will fast you, if you know what I mean. She will fast herself from you. Some women won't do anything during this time. Some women will. Some women will wait it out. I mean, wait it out for months. She'll put herself on hold nearly a year. It makes me mad, to be honest, if I may be honest, since I'm not in reading right now. So we're having grown up talk right now. But yeah, but some women, but you also got to count in the human error part, because we got to acknowledge that there are some women who are like, they like you, but there's other guys talking to them, so they get interested in that other guy, and then they go and over there, and they can pan it off as well, yeah, either I'm busy or so you also gotta now. I'm gonna speak in the term of they just want to see what you're gonna do next. So it's like, Because eventually, I've never, okay, I wish I could say in all my years of reading for predominantly heterosexual women that a woman uh, will just want to keep it strictly. There's maybe like one that I can recall, but eventually, even she began to want more time, at least more availability. So even if you don't promise her, even if she's saying no, 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 I don't want a marriage. You know, she at least want a symbol of marriage, even if it's just a ring. You know, if she may not even if she say, well, I have all the jewelry in the world. Maybe you get her all the jewelry in the world, she's still going to say, but she wants more of your time. And then she'll do some things like call you, and all the time that you've picked up, but it's just that one time that you don't. Then she's like, wait a minute, I want you to communicate better. And then next thing you know, you're in the same sophisticated, situations as if you were actually committed into a relationship. So it emotionally becomes a commitment, the emotional investment alone. So yeah, it's a bit tricky. uh, you know, because yeah, she can play it because she wants, she wants the adventure, and that goes on for a while, and then after a while, it becomes, even if that's not her intention, she'll say, "Okay, so what else you have in your bag of tricks, sir?" And if if it's not, stimulating enough, yeah, she will put things on pause, and that's why. And she can be faithful, by the way. She can wade you out for a month, and you haven't heard from her. You're thinking, she's maybe at her mom's or whatever, and you're you're expecting her. Maybe she'll call in a minute, but the whole time she's been at home waiting for you to call. And I know because she told me. Many have told me. That's why I say this. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's not to say that women can't follow the game. But even when they are like, what do you call it? Kind of like surfing the options, you can trust and believe she's looking for the top of the pick of her choices. You could, like, if she's got five that she's surfing, there's one out of the five. It's just a matter of time. She's going through processes of elimination, even if it's for, well, because he's a surgeon. Even if it's for that that small, very real reason. Even if it's for that reason, it doesn't have to be, of course, restricted to anything superficial. It could be, well, she just likes how the man just makes her feel, and it has nothing to do with money. He could have the least money, education. He could be on his way to becoming a big businessman. Next year. He's waiting for his partner to come through on some things, and he's working with an engineer. And she's like, yeah, if he shows that he's interested and really appreciates her time, she'll skip out on the other ones, that may be a better choice, simply because, she's into him. So, yeah, relationships are so tricky, and reading them from the point of view of non-bias means, exactly what it means. It means I cannot, I have to say it exactly the way that he's going to make his decisions. So sometimes it can sound a bit brash or cold, but it's not meaning to be. Yeah. Blessing, blessing. Yeah, thank you for the blessing. Good gosh, we need blessings. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I posted a link to my psychic source profile. That's one of the best companies, the top ones, right up there with California Psychics. It's like they take a turn being a number one spot for the U.S. and also in the top companies in the UK. But this link has uh, feedback. So if you want to read testimonials down below, you're very welcome to do that. Um, I'm trying to figure out a way how to get the personalized readings to you all safely. So I kind of have the map drawn out in my mind. I've got my number and all of that. Just a regular, my like a cell phone number. Yeah, I have a cell phone number for both like international and also U.S. So where people can have personalized phone readings. So I'm still sorting that out, how to do that properly. But I'll figure it out. It'll be easier once I'm able to just like, because I would love to just keep the membership stuff, like keep the number stuff behind membership because there's a trust factor. You become a member and you're supporting the channel in that way. I can give you the number, but I don't want to randomly like, here's my number. I don't want to randomly do that. I did that once. Yeah, yeah, it's I can see why it's just much easier, much cleaner to have like a receptionist answer the phone. Go to the receptionist and then we talk. But anyways, and you probably would think the same thing. It's like you call and I'm like, hello, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. And like, who's this? So, so like, were you even ready? Were you? Wait a minute. You're asleep in bed. I thought you were like available at work. Like, do you even have tarot cards? So yeah, I could see why. Like actually contacting me through my company. Seems more professional, I guess. But anyway, we're fixing that. We're creating our little. We got office and all that. We have office on an entire room dedicated just for doing readings, and we do this every day. Well, I do take occasional couple of days off, but yeah, that's my intentions. But not just strictly doing readings. I love to talk. I love to talk about various subjects going on in the world. I don't mind talking about the cultural stuff. LGBTQ plus H or S, heterosexual, straights. And I don't mind talking about what's going on in the political spaces. I don't because I make psychic predictions and I post those on my Twitter. And I'm very direct with my predictions and I'm on the roll right now, guys. Like I haven't deleted not one. I've not reneged on one. I leave them up, and I'm kind of proud. I'm like, ooh, I'm like getting these right. So besides that, that's not something I do every day. That's just an aspect of how I utilize my giftings. I like to pray for. I just prayed for someone. Somebody contact me, and they barely escaped the clutches of cancer, and the doctor didn't even inform them that they had it based on his feelings, not his empirical. You think doctors are like very practical and down to earth and like don't worry if you don't trust me. You need a second opinion. Hey, I have referrals. I can refer you to a doctor, who you may be able to, help you a little bit more easily through this process. We got you. No, this doctor like didn't even mention it until 3 weeks later. And my client said, I am upset. Like I beat it though, and now I'm healing. And then at the same time, unfairly let go. She's like contemplating, going to court about it. So, so definitely we're sealing healing, her, their way, her way, and anyone else who needs it, of course. We have enough. We have, I mean, we have so many good thoughts to send to people, and with their health, we definitely want people, healthy because this is a time where the least you can have is health. All this other stuff that's going on. Yeah, to have to go through all of this chaos, like a government shutdown, and not be healthy. Wow. And if you have a family too, and you're trying to fall in love because November is all about relationships. Next year, soon would be in 2026, which is about unions. You have all this going on, at least have good health. And through all of this. So yeah, we definitely, sending out good energy or healing energy for that purpose. And of course, all of the Bibles of the world. Oh, a very wise person reached out who I picked up on. I detected who was actually a teacher who can very well teach these scriptures of the world. Has a profound, just a natural understanding, but very interesting take on things because, and she's not like many other people. She is not right, not wrong. She's not wrong. Like she's like, because that's what she's received in her experience. Like people, like she says, basically it's kind of like the saying that you've always heard. Like, I just hate how they describe spirituality using, because like it doesn't sound right. It's like I think that's everybody's dilemma. So I think that's agreeable. Like she's not wrong. She's more than, and then she says, how much is it just to be nice? Like that. She's very much down there. Like she just got it. Like it's like, well, you understand it. You're like the nugget of gold that got out of the pan. You're the part that's missing. So that's but she's still, like they keep she says she keeps meeting these people who are like more like religious, and they keep giving her books. Like the most recent book that she was given was the Quran, but she has like she says, I've accumulated all the books. I've got the Bhagavad Gita, I've got the, and she started naming out all these uh holy books that people who come to minister to her, but who she ends up giving her wisdom to instead. They end up listening to her. And yeah, that was very fascinating. That was, of course, that was one of the elders. And she's everything like you would imagine with the, when you close your eyes, you think the storybook. She is like she lives in the, I think she calls it a bungalow, but she like, the cottage, the garden, the animals. She has like owls and different beasts of the land of the forest. And she's very happy person. Very wise person. But anyway, so that was, very interesting conversation there. Yeah. So, and of course, transmitting, of course, healing. A lot of people who are in these spaces, require healing, which that's very interesting. Anyway, I didn't even know why I trailed off to that, but yeah, thank you. Oh yeah, it's because you said blessings, everybody. That made me think of blessings and prayer and healing. Yeah, thank you so much for that. That's a good energy, and hopefully, the channel will expand into something worthy to share knowledge, services, and from education. Oh, by the way, I am taking this writing book, becoming an author, very serious. I already have the publisher. I've got the way to share it to you with you all. The book. But I'm gonna try to do ebook, and then the physical book by request. Like if you just request a physical copy, I'll be able to get that to you. Because I think I'm able to do a lot with the ebook features, like add video, polls, questions. Yeah, so I can make it quite interactive, and plus it's the new wave of technology for books to become interactive. So that's why I'm going the ebook route, and then by request of hard copy or soft copy books. But that's 2026 stuff. Right now, I just need to get to know you all better, and so that y'all know what I'm doing with my channel, which is the goal of the channel is to, expand. I love working for the companies. I'm going to continue doing exactly that, but also I need to create an independent space, which I intend to do for here with my YouTube channel. Yep. So that's what's going on. And oh, I'm creating this place where people can anonymously, connect with me. Don't have to be all up in the chat. Like sometimes people just want to like have a very serious question, but do you have to like every time you want to ask a psychic a question, you gotta like create a different profile? You gotta log into the YouTube to a different profile, change your icon just to ask a question. So I am creating a space where you can ask like anonymous, as anonymous as you want to be, because of course memberships I can do membership live, like live type sessions, universal sessions, but I can also supply the one-on-one. Hence memberships get the phone numbers. Yeah, you get the phone number. You say, look, this one's a little bit more sensitive, and so we're gonna do a one-on-one. Or I wanted to pull you to the side rather than broadcast it so publicly, even in membership. Yep, yep. So yeah, but we're trying to line that out. But I'm reading all my little fine print, so I make sure I get it right. So I purchased a book that has like all these, uh, I guess what FAQs, like they teach on like writing FAQs, I think, so, or Q&A, something like that, questions and answers feature, frequently asked questions. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Frequently asked questions, and then other types of, yeah, I need to put together some kind of article or something as well. Um, I wasn't sure where to place that, like if I should make that into a link or of sorts. I'm not sure. And then like from a doc that kind of just like lays out, the I guess like what goes into all of this and what are my views so far as I don't view this as entertainment. Entertainment just comes with it. This is educational, spiritual purposes, not entertainment. But entertainment just comes along with it. Why do I get to say that? Is because I will fall back on um, my metaphysical degrees, which is associated with religious degrees. So I would end up saying, well, this is just what I believe. Look, it's spiritual. It wasn't meant to be funny, or entertainment. But I can see how people can be entertained. Yes, I mean people are like curious about. Look, I want to know. Will my ex come back, or does she still think of me? Or like, hey, does do Gemini get along with Sagittarius better? Which one's better in your opinion? Or should I stick with the Aries? I mean I can make it could be fun, but that's my goal is to have serious readings. Yeah, I love my serious readings. I would not give them up, and they don't think of this at they're when they call, they're not thinking, oh yeah, this is entertaining, like because they ask me how I'm doing, and then when I ask them how they're doing, they're like the pits, and they're like spill it all on me. And trust, that is not for entertainment purposes only. The conversations we talk about are not, as they say, entertainment. Adult entertainment. No, it's not. There's nothing entertaining about it. These are real people with real, like adults with real adulting issues. So that's the way that but I'm gonna be more. I'm gonna try. Of course, now I can be a little bit more open, and I don't have to feel so rushed. I can make it, a little bit more relaxed, so some entertainment can slip through. And we can have a few laughs along the way, and also some breakthroughs. Some breakthroughs. That'll be good. But yeah. But anyway, that seems to be the goal, and I haven't gone live in a long while, so I need to gain back my stride. I am going live later on, I believe, this afternoon. Yeah, this one's meant to be fast, so I'm gonna get off of here and continue. Because I'm doing a study. Oh, so I've studied the ruins, And so today I'm comparing the ruins, which trace all the way back to the Greek uh, alphabet, and then the understanding of the Hebrew alphabet, and then see find their placement in the esoteric symbols. So that's what I'm working on this morning. So, and I'll let you all know how it all goes because you're all or this is where I like to share my findings. You know, I like to always share the mysteries, and so this is just a new mystery that I'm embarked on. And oh yeah, remember, I don't have to use tools. I use tools for educational purposes. It's like research for me. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I got the idea from elementary of the differential and integral calculus. Got me some ideas. So I was like, does that work for it? And it was like, hmm. It's like, well, there's nobody to tell me it can't. So let's just try it out. And then so now I'm on this in this rabbit hole thing, and I'm like, I'm bound to make it work. I'm gonna say, okay, look, it has to work. I'm following the rules this time. Okay, but anyway, I'll tell you how it all went, and oh yeah, have a very great day. Have a great day, and I hope to speak with y'all soon again.